Hi friends, on this episode I've got a nice topic of 4 needs of your aero bike. What can I say? The aero bikes look amazing. Batman would be happy to have this one as one of his toys. And of course we say to our friends, man, the aero bikes are faster. I just get on the bike and I feel faster. Yes, the aero machines, they are faster, a little bit faster in the wind tunnel or on the high, super high speed on the roads, which we rarely hit. And remember, the major job, probably most likely on the bike, make the aero wheels, not the aero frame. And the aero wheels can be put on a climbing bike usually, but the aero bikes are here to stay. And let's be honest, we buy the aero bikes because of their badass look, and they do cost more money. But yes, they are real 4 special needs of your aero bike. Let's hit it. The aero bikes have the aero seat post, which have aero shaping. That means these don't like bike stands, clamps. So the bike stand clamp is a no-no for our aero seat post, because it wouldn't be stable on the clamp, and maybe you would want to put more pressure on the seat post. The seat post might crack. So here's the solution. Here it is, my friends. Yes, Danny from Supreme Biker tells you you can clamp your upper tube, your top tube on your bike stand. How to do it? Number 1, use something really soft, which will be soft on your frame. This is just a small towel I've been using for my indoor training rides. When the towel gets used and it wears down, I will wash it and use it for cleaning my bikes. And this is good use of it here, because the frame won't get scratched and it won't get cracked. So you cannot put too much pressure on the top tube. The top tube is not oval at all. I have 1, 2, 3 sharp edges here and 2 like more oval edges down there. So squeezing the tube here is no good. Especially that this is a carbon. So what I do is that this is no pressure now. I will put just that much pressure. I think you can feel it through the video right now. And that's enough. We're not gonna be removing the bottom bracket with the hammer here. We're not gonna be doing anything that needs a lot of force on our frame. It can hang like this. We'll adjust the derailleurs, we'll adjust the brakes, we'll remove the disc brake pads, and so this is okay. The feature number 2, our aero bikes have aero forks. Have you ever wondered what this is? If you look at your standard climbing bike, 99.9% of those bikes will have those blades here, which will turn into the steering tube, and nothing like this happens with the climbing bikes. So I would say this is a beautiful shelf which will take all the debris, all the sand inside between the frame and the fork, and it will literally damage not only the paint but also the carbon. So this one actually is pretty fine, because I would say that this distance between the fork and the frame, the head tube, is small enough not to bother my eyes, and big enough to be able actually to take some small particles in between. But just remember, especially after wet rides, turn the handlebars, take something to clean this. Clean also on this side here, on the frame side, and make sure nothing is here between. Same here at the front, because you see these are the aero features. So this is how it looks like. And if you do it, it will work beautifully. It won't take any dirt inside. If you have like fully internal cables, not like this one. This used to be internal cables. Now the bikes have internal cables going through the headset, through the fork. I'm kidding, but yeah, through the headset, through the head tube. Some really stupid designs, like on the System 6 Cannondale, you will have like a chamber here at the front, and then you need to use some brushes for bottles in order to go inside. You see there is no space here, but there is on the System 6 inside, and clean anything that got into it. If you do it, your aero bike will love it. Okay, number 1 done, number 2 done. Now the third need of your aero bike is the rear wheel. Actually, the small distance between the rear wheel and especially the seat tube, but also the chainstays. We have smaller distances here because the engineers didn't want the air to come through this space and create additional turbulences which slow us down. So 2 things. If you have your rear wheel not 100% true, it might rub against the frame, especially the older frames, aero frames. They used to have really tight, really small tolerances between the frame and the wheel. Now it's better because we get wider tires, and also it happened to me and my training buddy a couple of times that we were riding through the new tarmac, which still had some small, like really sticky rocks on it, and the tires would take the rocks and cut through the frame. Actually, they've cut quite a lot of carbon even on the fork of my body. So just take a look at this space here, make sure there is no scratches. If there are some deeper scratches, just fix it before it gets worse. So maybe some cracks. So before you get cracks, you can fix it. You can fix it just by DIY method. You can give it to somebody who knows how to do it. If there are not cracks yet, it won't be expensive. So this is number 3. And the 4th need of your aero bike. If you have some more expensive aero bike, you will probably have the integrated carbon cockpit. Integrated means the stem and the handlebars are one piece made of carbon fiber. What happens if you go for a coffee ride and then you lean the bike against the coffee shop or restaurant and it falls down? I know from Germany that they have the practice, because I was buying such handlebars and I had been using those, that if the bike with the carbon handlebars falls down on the tarmac, on the concrete, whatever, they will remove the handlebars. They will x-ray the handlebars, and if there are any signs of cracks, they won't use it anymore. It's a good practice because this is important part. Now, the carbon that we have right now is better than the one we had 8 years ago. It is stronger. You will most likely not break your handlebars completely, even if there are some cracks. You might do it, but if it's the original or well-made, high-quality handlebars, the risk is not that big. But just remember, guys, if you park your bikes, park them being sure that they won't fall down. So don't simply lean the bike with the handlebar against the wall, because the handlebar will probably turn, the bike will go forward or backwards and it will fall down, and then it hits something which is the ground, which can be really hard, and the handlebars, the carbon doesn't like it. The aluminum would bend, the carbon would crack. So this is the need number 4. Aero bikes are amazing machines. They are here to stay because we just love them. This is it. Tell me, what do you think about it? Subscribe to the channel and see you soon.